Hello, this is Group 20's presentation of Wiki Assignment 2A. My name is Jocelyn.
My name is Yansun.
Hi, I'm Hui Qi. I'm Pei Shi. I'm Yaqi.
I'm Adam.
Our team will be presenting on Starbucks and NTUC's combined for analysis, their similarities and differences, followed by the recommendation and conclusion.
Touching on Starbucks supply chain relationships, and Hui Qi will be talking about NTUCs. So Starbucks ensures their continual profitability, right, through its relationships with suppliers by indemnifying their profitability. So in this way, it will help to ensure the sustainability of the coffee farmers as they will receive the money worth their effort and they will continue to strive further for better coffee beans supplied to Starbucks next time. And also, this strength can help Starbucks to save a lot of costs by cutting the intermediary costs by dealing directly with the suppliers, the farmers. So the weakness is the higher price compared to the normal market rate to pay to the farmers because of Starbucks program, the CAFE program, and the coffee beans, right, even though it's very good quality, the integrity and the diligence given by the farmers to grow these beans are really disregarded because the end product lies with Starbucks eventually. So that's the weakness. And for the opportunities that Starbucks presents, because Starbucks practice through its programs prove to be an opportunity and incentive to attract and retain farmers to cultivate coffee for Starbucks and help them grow economically. So it will open up a lot more opportunities for worldwide coffee partners by allowing the consistency in quality and taste regardless of country. And it will allow them to enter different cultures as well because there's different kinds of coffee supplied throughout the world. And the threats that Starbucks may face in these supply chain relationships are mostly externalities such as price fluctuations in the big coffee market because the volatility of prices and competitors may result in deterioration of Starbucks' ability to provide this competitive advantage of paying the suppliers more. Their strength is to build a good relationship between their suppliers and customers by ensuring there's a standard procedure to follow which allows efficiency. Trading terms are fair and unbiased which all parties hold in esteem. This helps in gaining customer satisfaction as products are reasonably priced. This will also boost consumers' confidence and it aids FairPrice in upholding a good image and reputation. As for FairPrice weaknesses is the limited of liquidity. If the suppliers were to face any financial difficulties, FairPrice will step in and lend a helping hand as the economic crisis is related to supply chain disruptions. This will result as clearing of debts for the suppliers which will decrease the assets. So therefore, FairPrice will face a limited liquidity. As for the opportunities, the partnership between FairPrice and its suppliers is based on trust with standards to ensure quality and safety which upholds a good image. So therefore, there will be more opportunities for other suppliers who want to work and secure long-term contracts with FairPrice. So as a result, FairPrice will have a variety of choices of suppliers to choose from. Lastly, for the threats posed to FairPrice is that the supply of essentials are disrupted due to any unpredictable, unforeseen circumstances. Wholesalers tend to pose a threat when they try to reserve goods for their preferred provision shops. So as a result, goods will be less delivered to FairPrice or there will be insufficient of supply being produced. Now I will touch on the SWOT analysis for Starbucks warehousing and distribution channel. Starbucks is aiming to develop its brand outside the operated retail store environment through a number of distribution channels. Its strategy is to reach the customer when they are at work, dine, shop, or even travel by establishing relationship with a third party which share the same common value and standard of qualities. The relationship can take various forms such as arrangement with food service, companies or retail stores and the airlines. Example are like what they did with the Maxim Group in Vietnam and also the partner with United States Agency for International Development. These can enhance the stability for the distribution channels. And by having a strong and diversified distribution channels will help them to build up the company brand image and limited exposure in order to prevent the confidential information to expose to the competitors. The more retail stores Starbucks have and the risky its investment will be, especially during crises. Starbucks have two distribution channels, both are managed by a third-party logistic, which shows there's no direct control for its operation and they will lose those expertise and the context in the long run. I will be touching on the SWOT analysis of fair price, warehouse, and distribution. The strength of fair price is that it adopts high technology in its warehouse and distribution facilities. It recently invested in a high-tech distribution center, of which will be the first in the Asia-Pacific region to utilize the latest technology like automated stacker crane, robotic technology, etc. The weakness will be that FedPrice has very high job vacancy, especially in the warehouse and distribution center. There has been a 50% growth in its retail outlets, but the labor size remained the same all this while. Due to this reason, FedPrice is unable to open more supermarkets in response to the public. The opportunity FedPrice has is to combine force with its newly invested high-tech distribution center to expand the range of product offered to the end customer and win market share away from the traditional wet markets, and also to enhance the company profits, as fresh produce is a key revenue contributor of 30%. The threat posed to FairPrice will be that its competitor, Sheng has also completed the construction of a new warehousing and distribution facilities and has been benefiting from integration that allows it to enjoy economic scale in terms of manpower, transportation, and fuel costs.
Hi, now we're going to talk about the SWOT analysis of the channels distribution for both organizations. So I'll be touching on the SWOT analysis of Starbucks. So with reference to our first assignment, we noticed that both organizations have adapted their multiple channels of distribution. So the reason why most companies have adopted this strategy is that it leads to benefits like enhanced delivery of service, wider market coverage, and better operational performance through greater sales. So strengths of Starbucks adapting to the strategy is that it can be used to increase its competitive advantage, meaning it improves efficiency that's resulted from adding intermediaries in the channels. So this intermediaries acts like a form of like a wholesaler between the manufacturer and the retailers, which actually delivers the products to the end users without needing to own the whole supply chain. So reducing the number of contacts actually brings a greater efficiency because it eliminates duplicate efforts in ordering, processing, and transporting. So one of the first weaknesses that Starbucks face is the distribution channel is revenue loss. It's because they have to sell their products to the intermediaries at a cost lower than the price given to them to be sold to consumers. So apart from revenue loss, Starbucks will actually also lose certain control over the product importance and the message they desire to convey to the consumers, because these resellers might actually oversell the product to increase their sales, but it may actually lead to certain miscommunication with the consumers. So next one is that resellers often use various promotional strategies to create opportunities into consumers buying their products. So they will actually make the products widely available, and they'll place the product strategically around the retail store so that it will be easier for consumers to spot. So this will actually help to increase sales and reach a wider target market. So lastly, MTC actually has its benefits along with its threats. So actually Starbucks needs to look at its pricing issues when distributing its product, because when there's an increase in resellers involved in the system, there'll also be like a variable in the final price of the product. So like for example, Cold Storage could actually be selling Starbucks coffee mixes for like 40 cents lesser than NTC due to competitive pricing.
Centralized distribution system allows NTUC to achieve low error rate of wrong delivery made each time, and therefore they could ensure that each shelf of product will never be out of stock. The benefits of involving automated sortation distribution allow NTUC to decrease the congestion in the distribution centers and bring down the cost of carrying inventory for long duration. Material handling system help to increase the capacity of business volume to 110,000 cartons per day, which was doubled from previous. With all the automation and computerized system, there wouldn't be any sortation error and gives a better control over distribution and locating of items. Material handling helps to reduce the work hours from 15.5 hours to 12 hours per day based on the volume capacity, which allow the employees to have more time with their family. Centralized distribution systems have their own weaknesses. They have constraint in responding to customers' need. During the distinctive occasion, NTUC have limitation on ability to sustain the sales and marketing promotional operations. NTUC warehouse faces possible risks like floods, fire, natural disaster, which will make the warehouse temporarily unreachable or damaged. Opportunities NTUC receive are expansion of their business by opening more outlets, since they are capable in delivering goods on time to every outlet after having the automated sortation distribution center and the material handling system. In the past, NTUC rely on employees to do sortation for the delivery goods. As technology advances, they now rely heavily on machine and computers have taken over. This lead to high electricity and maintenance cost per month. If there is a power failure, NTUC's delivery will be delayed. These are one of their threats.
Starbucks and NTUC, the similarities in their supply chain relationship management would be that both of them belong to vertical relationships, as they have linkages between the firms in the supply chain, and both of them also very highly value their relationships with their suppliers. So their main objective is mainly to satisfy their suppliers. And the differences between them would be that their expectations towards their suppliers are in different ways, such that Starbucks belongs to full collaboration and FairPrice belongs to vertical collaboration. And both companies also have different burdens of the threats they face. Like Starbucks faces a threat when the price fluctuates due to externalities, like the prices in the coffee market, whereas FairPrice faces a threat when its suppliers face any unforeseen circumstances will lead to the supplies of the essentials being insufficient.
The similarities of Starbucks and FairPrice is that they work with other organizations to enhance its distribution channel and put itself in a more advantageous position to enter the overseas market, which will then help reduce any distribution issue they may occur due to business cultural difference. The differences would be that Starbucks have multiple channels of distribution, from airlines to supermarket to office coffee supplier, but FairPrice only sell their product in their own supermarket chains. Also, Starbucks distribution center in Asia are all managed by third-party logistics, but FairPrice control and manage its own distribution facilities.
With its threats, Starbucks can develop its relationship with these people by going into joint ventures with the local companies and tap on the locals' knowledge on how to preserve and better take care of the area. So as for FairPrice, they will suspend the ordering of product from the suppliers and will turn to other potential suppliers and will make sure that their suppliers abide the government agency standards. Recommendation for Starbucks: we recommend Starbucks to partner with its competitors like Yakun or Coffee Bean, as also from the F&B service line, so they can share the warehouse and distribution channels in order to lower the fixed costs and the market rates. They can also partner with the airlines in order to expand their sales. As for NTUC's recommendation, we recommend on the high job vacancy problem on wage check operators. Instead of having one forklift drivers, they can hire training job controllers in order to manage a few trucks at the same time. So with this, we conclude our presentation, and thank you for your attention.